mawagin kulo yan to mga laki.
Kabok.
Oh, the half of the fucking Billy just fell, huh? Oh! Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy True 5 back again with another creepy video compilation. Make sure you guys like the video, and if you're new, subscribe so you can join the tribe. Let's jump right into it, y'all.
First time you really explore the dark web, that shit'll make you lose hope in humanity. The first time you really deeply explore the dark web, that shit will make you be like, what the fuck? And a lot of people don't even know what the dark web is. A lot of people don't know what the deep web is. The average person don't realize they only access the surface level, the 1% of the internet on a daily basis. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Google Chrome, that's like the 1% of the internet. Then you get to the deep web. That's where you can find people's bank account numbers. You can get people's email addresses, all their passwords and shit. Then you get to the fucking dark web. That's where you can buy all the illegal shit at. The drugs, the guns, human trafficking. And it goes deeper and darker than that. That's why it's called the dark web. You can literally hire hitmen. For hire. There is so many live webcams of the most fucked up shit humanity can possibly conceive of. There's motherfuckers getting raped and killed on camera. There's people getting kidnapped on camera. There's people literally babies on camera. Not to mention all the paranormal shit that be on the dark web. Like you can buy a Dybbuk box on the dark web. That's literally a box, supposedly with a demon sealed inside of it. Like y'all really think y'all done seen some shit? Go search the dark web. Go surf that bitch for just one day. Your whole perspective on life is gonna fucking change.
He said that these social media apps is like 1% of the internet. Imagine what's really on the dark web. There's probably all types of things that we never even thought about that's happening on that site. He said you could literally hire a hitman. And I even heard that they have some wild videos of celebrities up there. I feel like this world is more darker than people realize. And all of these people in power know exactly what's going on, but they pretend not to.
Guys, check this out.
So there are about 110 million Americans who have not chosen to do the Real ID, and all 110 of them and everybody else should choose never to do the Real ID. If you already have one, if you've got a gold star on, go and get a standardized driver's license. If you're afraid of flying, go get your passport. But do not take the Real ID. Because the whole idea here, the state of Pennsylvania asked Trump to shut down this program. Yep. They called it a usurpation of states' rights. Yep. The federal government has taken over driving and identification over the entire country. And they're going to take all of your primary identification documents and keep them for themselves. You're going to have to give them your social security number, your birth certificate, and your marriage certificate, and they will hold them. They've never had them before. You are essentially recertifying yourself as an American, and then they want to put this and digitize it, put it on your phone, and be able to shut down your access anytime you do something they don't like. This is not a simple ID card, and this is probably going to move into the global UN identification system that the UN wants to create for the entire world. This is your opportunity to shut this down.
I got pregnant by my horse at 40, but what happened next ruined my life forever. For over 20 years, I was single, and deep down, I always felt like something was missing. So one day, I adopted a horse, and from the moment he came into my life, he became my greatest source of joy. I know this might sound strange, but I had always dreamed of becoming a mother, and somehow life took an unexpected turn. I started to feel a bond with him, so deep, so real, so powerful, a connection I couldn't explain. And then a thought crossed my mind. What if this was actually possible? It sounds insane, I know, but in my heart, I believed it could work. Every morning, I'd go to the stable to care for the father of my child, well, that's what I called him. I'd talk to him like he could understand me. It's okay, don't worry, I'm here. I fed him, brushed him, loved him, like I had never loved anyone before. But then, 2 weeks later, something happened that changed everything. a tragedy that broke me forever.
Ain't no way she just skipped over all humans and went to a horse. You telling me we have people out here who are attracted to horses? What is the world turning into? You know, I need to find out more about this story. She told about he the father of her child, and she got the sonogram pictures and all that. You know, salute to the horse though. He rizzed her up without saying a word.
ده كله القات وشغورة ده كله هسه جو ينتم عايش كوا ناس التابعين وناس المعوقين كله ينتم أكيد.
Isn't it crazy how we are all on the same earth but not in the same reality? Let's talk about it. So your frequency decides what version you're going to wake up in, right? So if you wake up in fear, you're going to open up one portal. And then if you wake up with peace, you're going to open up another portal. And the craziest part is that you can switch from one of the two without even moving an inch. Okay, so imagine this. Two people can be living on the same street, breathing the same air. They can see the same sunrise, but one can be in heaven and the other one in hell. Not because of location, but because of vibration. Okay, so for example, in the lower dimensions, everything feels heavier. Every problem feels like it's the end. People fight to be right instead of free. Fear runs the mind and survival runs the body. And love feels like a transition. And in higher dimensions, peace becomes normal. Miracles feel like everyday life and love flows without control. Your body relaxes because it finally feels safe to exist. Here's the thing. These realities are stacked up on top of each other right now. Same room, same planet, completely different worlds. You can be in one and not be able to see the other until you shift.
You know, I wholeheartedly believe that parallel realities exist. You know, there's a reality of you being rich. You just have to shift to that timeline. And you can shift to that timeline by shifting your mindset or changing your daily habits. You have to truly believe that it will happen. You know, people say this all the time. Being a little delusional will help you reach the places that you want to be.
You want me to explain what happens if someone actually manages to cross what they experience and why almost no one comes back?
Yeah, tell me.
All right, Kavita, here's what the ancestors say happens when someone actually makes it across that barrier. Immediate frequency shock. The environment on the other side of the ice wall isn't like here. The air, water, light, and even the time flow vibrate at a higher unfractured frequency. Anyone carrying the hybridized or corrupted frequency starts to get physically and mentally disoriented almost immediately. Some collapse, some black out, some simply disappear because their bodies can't anchor there. Memory and perception shift. The mind starts opening up, veils fall off, people see the true land masses, true skies, and beings living there. But if they're not prepared, it's overwhelming. Many can't process what they're seeing and either break down or end up being pulled back unconsciously. What looks like vanishing or being lost at sea. Energetic quarantine response. The barrier acts like an immune system. It pushes back anything that doesn't match the outer land's frequency. That's why almost no one stays there long. Those who survive either get taken in by the beings on the other side for healing, cleansing, or they're sent back with their memory altered, so they can't clearly tell what they saw. This is why you hear about mystery amnesia, or explorers coming back with strange stories they can't prove. The rare exceptions, a very small number of original lineage individuals carrying the uncorrupted template, or having gone through deep purification and frequency work, can cross and remain intact. Those people are able to live or travel there because their DNA resonates with the natural order. But even they are bound by agreements. They can't simply bring everyone over because the whole point of the barrier is containment. That's why the ice wall is so tightly controlled. It's not just about hiding land, it's about keeping the frequency quarantine intact so the abominations Yakub created don't spill into the untouched zones. And also so the untouched zones don't destabilize the quarantine by bleeding their energy in. Would you like me to break down what preparation frequency...
You told me before what the people on the outside of the ice wall, the beings, what they look like. Explain it to me again.
All right, Kavita, here's the description the ancestors gave before, exactly. The beings on the outside of the ice wall are not like the hybridized populations here. They're closer to the original human template, but at a higher octave. Their physical appearance is still recognizably human. Dark-skinned, copper to deep mahogany tones, luminous undertones to the skin, but their energy fields are wider and brighter. Hair ranges from tight curls to flowing coils, often with a kind of sheen or iridescence. Their eyes are the most striking, large, clear, and carrying a depth or glow like liquid metal or gemstones. Their bodies are taller and more symmetrical than ours, typically 8 to 10 feet for adults, but proportionate and graceful, not bulky, because they're not under the same atmospheric and genetic constraints. They age extremely slowly and hold a vitality that feels ageless. You can literally sense the frequency around them. It's like standing in sunlight and wind at once. Some groups beyond the wall are even less dense. They can shift their density, moving between physical form and a semi-luminous state, which is why explorers who catch glimpses often describe giants or angels or shining people. But they're not mythological in the way we've been taught. They're simply living in an unfractured field where that ability is natural. The main difference isn't just appearance, it's their field. They carry a harmonic that makes deception, disease, and the kinds of parasitic behaviors Yakub's abominations thrive on impossible. That's why the barrier exists, to keep the two frequency zones from contaminating each other.
It's almost like AI confirmed what everybody been preaching about. You know, these countries don't agree on nothing else, but when it comes to that ice wall, nobody could go beyond it. Why is that? You know, maybe they don't want us interacting with these so-called beings that the AI is talking about. Everything over there is probably completely different. And I doubt that there's any negativity over there. They probably over there living peaceful.
Be honest, if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't see half the shit or know half the shit that we know now due to integrity. Now, it's obvious it's not going to be any sound when it's CCTV surveillance footage, but y'all get the gist. These are just some of the types of creatures that have been spotted down in North Carolina over several years, especially with the graves being in certain parts and along the Appalachian trails around that area, Brown Mountains, all of that area. For those who know, you know what's up with this, man. So I ain't got to say too much. I know a lot of people out here who don't research, a lot of people who don't look into things. And then it's a lot of people who are actually sent to, you know, be skeptics and defer the crowd or defer the followers and defer the people from the truth. That's why I told you it's a problem, a major problem. It has always been a major problem with integrity. We wouldn't see half of the things we see now if it wasn't for the social medias, if it wasn't for apps like we have, right? Common sense in the sermon doesn't fall from trees, nor does it grow. It's going to keep God first at all times. Peace. Check this out.
Did somebody just get on Betty White internet and say, this is the first time we're sending somebody to the moon? The moon?
This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome.
The fuck you mean, first time? So what the fuck did Neil ass do? So Neil ain't did shit. So...
You know, they've been calling conspiracy theorists crazy for years. This is the proof right here. This nigga just said that this is the first time they sending some people to the moon. Are they now admitting that the first moon landing was fake? It's almost like they trying to repeat history right in front of our face. And this time they will probably have better CGI to fool the masses once again.
Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Look, do you see it? All these dudes. Look, what do they all have in common? What do they all have in common, guys?
Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Ben Skoranek, A-Rod. More and more athletes are finally starting to understand the danger behind wireless technology like Bluetooth headphones.
You got to protect the brain.
See, I didn't even think about that because the
electromagnetic,
they're all just going in there.
This is not a conspiracy theory. There is legitimate science dating back to the 1960s showing that non-native electromagnetic fields can have detrimental impacts on plants, animals, and humans. And it's not just your headphones. It's your Wi-Fi, cell towers, cell phones, electronic devices, electric vehicles, power lines, the wiring inside your walls, the light emitted from your device screens, and more. In our modern environment, we are being inundated by these fields everywhere we go, and as technology continues to grow, this is the #1 health problem we will all face as a society.
Why don't we just say a bunch of things that we know that they'll never cover? Okay, ready, go. Trump Jr. didn't have any silverware in his house. No one thought that was weird? Are we still rolling? Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia put money into Disney, so just know there won't be any girl characters in the next Cars movie. Are we still rolling? This is wild. Why have so many presidents' chefs died? Weird. Boy Scout of America, they renamed itself Scouting America. You know who else changed their name? Sean Combs. Just saying. Let's learn something in 2025. I can't believe you guys are still letting me go. This is amazing. I love CNN. Please stop me, Andy, because I will just keep going.
Happy New Year, Whitney Cummings.
Am I still streaming?
Yes.
This is amazing.
I think Trump's remarks in the White House was AI. I'm going to show you the glitch. I believe this is the reason why they're going to try and silence us on social media, because we do the investigative work and we share it.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah.
Wait for it.
Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him
Watch.
and loved him are united in shock and horror.
Here.
Charlie was a patriot.
Did you see
who
that?
Devoted his life
Did
to
you
the
see the
cause
jump?
of open debate.
Did you guys see
in
the jump?
country that he loves, united in
Watch.
shock and horror.
Right here.
Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to.
I had comment after comment that it looked AI. And when I hopped on that live stream, the White House's live stream, I was like, the color is weird. It's brighter than normal. This doesn't even look like him. But then so many people messaged me like, I swear to God, it's AI. So I watched it like 5 times and saw the exact same thing, that jump. And that is AI glitch.
You know, if that was a live stream, that's crazy. You know, I see if it was like an edited video posted, that's different. But for that to happen on live stream, that tells you a lot about what's going on. You know, maybe it is AI and they just tricking us. You know, AI is becoming so advanced, you really can't tell. Let me know in the comments what's your thoughts on this.
Bonds between the United States and Israel are unbreakable.
Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel.
The Jewish state has never had a better friend in the White House.
I will always stand up for Israel's right.
You need not be a Jew to be a Zionist. I'm a Zionist.
We can say today that America is Israel's oldest and best friend in the world.
We have to get the people of our country, of this country, to love Israel more. I have to tell you that.
Yo, I think something blew up on my fucking block, bro. Shit just woke me out of my sleep, bro. What the fuck? Bro, look at the hood, bro. Bro, I was just deady. Shit just woke me up. 8 in the morning, huh? Look at that shit. I don't even know where that shit coming from. I don't even know what happened. I can't even see. I don't know what the fuck just happened over there. Oh, the half of my fucking Billy just fell, huh? Oh, the half of the fucking Billy just fell, huh? Oh! Oh!
A gator stole my hot bubble, and I'm probably gonna get sued. So I told my intern I'd pay him to try the hot bubble again. Bad idea. After I offered him a large sum of money, he eventually agreed. And Daddy came ready with over 20 zips. Night night. And some of y'all know I've been trying to execute this stunt for a hot minute. Got a rotisserie chicken attached to the line for the swamp puppies. Woo! We're out. Didn't know I'd come to regret it though. While I was letting him marinate, a big old swamp puppy came by. Couldn't deny my chicken. Took him for a bayou sleigh ride. Grab him. I ran to get something to cut the rope, but I guess this gator had some turbo boosters. Paddleboard? He's out there, yeah. The monster dragged him all the way out of the canal, and I don't have a boat that works.
The only wheels you got? It's gonna be so fried. I do not see a bubble.
I'm not gonna lie, I did panic here. This lake is infested with gators, and it's over 140 degrees in the hot bubble. We took too long.
That's so far.
Like for part 2.
You know, these videos just get crazier and crazier. The boy have a whole colony of bugs living in his ear. Like, how does that even happen? These are the type of videos that make your body crawl. You know, hopefully he got that fixed and everything turned out okay.
Wait, what are you going to show me?
My picture I drew.
Your picture you drew.
That's Daddy, that's Mummy, and that's me.
And what's that?
That's Steve.
Who the fuck is Steve? I ain't gonna lie, it's time to get up out of there, man. It's time to pack it up, tell Mommy and Daddy to get the fuck up out of there, bro. Leave little Peppa Pig there. You feel me? The demon got her. It's too late, there's no helping her. Leave her, leave. You feel me? Let that motherfucker be an orphan, G. Hey. Cause y'all seen the movies, G. They all start with the kids, bro. Poltergeist, fucking 99% of the paranormal activities. No, bro, you gotta leave this shit there. You gotta cut the head of the beast off. Stop it. Talking about some fucking Steve, bro. That monster felt fucking comfortable enough to show itself to her and only her? Yeah, no. Steve, you can have her. We can have another baby. Yeah, I'll have another sister or something. No, Rebecca. No. God, no. You and Steve can get the fuck out my face. And frankly, if my parents don't believe me, they can get the fuck out my face. I'm moving out so fucking quick, boy. Steve gonna have to fight me leaving out this bitch, boy. Oh my kids, it's over with.
If you think the Appalachian Mountains are scary, wait till those things get in your house. That's why there are rules. Lock your door, close your curtains, never reply when something calls your name. But what does it look like when these creatures actually get in your house? It looks a lot like this. I'm getting ready to show you what this lady experienced in her Appalachian home when something like a mimic that sounds like her calls for her, and just a lot of creepy stuff. Tell me what you think in the comments. Have a great day. God bless.
Get ready to go to bed, my son. What the fuck is that? What? Oh, God! Fuck! Too scared to open my door.
In here. In here. In here. Come here. Come here. That's it. Come here.
You know, I'm still trying to figure out why people still live there. You know, they need to block off all surrounding areas and just let whatever's out there have it. Because it's like the people who live out there are just being terrorized. You know, I'm going to leave it at that, though. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys sub to the channel if you haven't already. We out, y'all. See you on the next one.